Hello, hello. Let's see. Trying to see if this is working. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. I'll change this title. Okay. There we go. Look at that title. Go. Okay. Okay. Type if you guys can hear me. By the way, I tried to use my other mic, but it broke. And I tried to see if I can set it up and use it again because it's much better quality, but it's not happening, unfortunately. So I'm gonna stick to this gaming headset used for my PC and my Xbox for now. Not for any videos, just these streams. But I have another, um, what is it? I have another mic coming in 4 days, I believe, unless something changes. Hey, Patty. Hey, Rebecca. Okay. All right. So today I want to do a quick little stream talking about this, and I thought about just making like a full video on it, but instead we're just gonna just do a stream on it. I figured while I wait for my new mic, we'll just do some streams. Unfortunately, it's not as comical, but some of the stuff is funny and doesn't sound as good. But whatever. We'll make do until I get my new mic, which it should be much better. And I've just been having so much issues with my one mic. I'm just over it. All right, so today's topic is, do KK and Baby J buy subs? Which obviously that's the answer. It's it is the answer. That's exactly what they do. But what I wanted to do was kind of prove it, and you prove it on this thing called socialblade.com. And you just at here at the top, you just type in whoever you want, and it can go to anybody, on any platform, and you can kind of see their analytics, as in, views, subs, money, and it's all estimates, but it's fairly accurate. It can change very quickly, but it can also, um, if somebody's pretty stagnant and consistent with their with like vlogs like KK and Baby J used to be, then it would roughly be around there, unless like there was a huge change in views, then their money would go up. It's very skewed, but it can be pretty accurate sometimes. Although the subs are always accurate. But if you look, this usually says zero. It says 10K minus 10K subs within the last 30 days, right? But this is like where you kind of look at the analytics here. So these are monthly gain subscribers for KKandbabyJ, right? So if you look at this, so this is what you kind of want to look at, and I want to make. I was gonna wait and make this into like an actual video, but I just figure get it out before this stuff disappears because it only stays here for so long, and sometimes I just move on and forget, you know. But anyways, so here we have, um, so the month of August last, or not last year, in 2019, they were still gaining, right? And then you see them drop negative, basically 4,200 subs, and then all of a sudden they go boom, 10,000 subs out of nowhere. Now, what I've noticed from analytics, I think they stopped going from like exact number to number and just kind of started roughly rounding to the nearest, 100, right? So that's why I think it's at 10,000. But this is where I think that they started buying subs because they dropped 4,200 right here and then just gained 10,000 out of nowhere. But then look at this. If you look at this, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, all this all the way up until October last year, it's all zero. So if KKandbabyJ are gaining anything, why do they have zero for an entire year? And then all of a sudden, when it hits that yearly mark, boom, another 10,000. And then what's quite odd too is that recently, if you look up here, this is that same time where last year in October, it was the year mark of gaining nothing. Hey Epic, how's it going? If you look up here, this is the year mark in October where they a whole year they didn't gain anything, and then boom, 10,000 subs out of nowhere, and then when they dropped 10K, and this was around when they had their social media detox, right? And then they bounced back to 10K, and then it went a little bit, and then boom, dipped down another 10K. Right there, there you go. On, but yeah, and I don't know when exactly when it was, but it was December 29th through the 4th. So back down here. So now you go, okay, well, why haven't they gained at all? Well, to be honest, and this is what I've been seeing, right? Spending all, hold on, I'll read the comment. Spending all their money from her gym gear to buy views. Classic Karen. Yeah. I, dude, Kick-Ass don't even make any money. Karen even said it herself. I can only imagine that Kick-Ass is hemorrhaging money. It's the only thing I can imagine. But anyways, so if you look here so why an entire year didn't they gain anything? You go, they didn't gain one subscriber or they didn't go down. It's kind of weird, especially when you don't understand it. And I've only learned how these analytics work because I started YouTube, you know? So basically, this is how I know that they're buying subs because they're losing subs, right? The last time you saw it, they were losing 4,200, and then all of a sudden 10,000. Then for a whole year, nothing. Then another 10,000, right? So through that whole year, they were dropping subs probably like flies, and then they bought subs to maintain that 1.17. Remember they're at 1.17 for the longest time, which then went to 1.18, and then now they're back down to 1.17. But again, looking up here, they were this got them to the 1.17, right? Or this got them to the 1.18. Then they dropped down again during the break, dropped down to 1.17. They weren't on social media. So what they were doing is they didn't pay attention and it dipped down. And so they bought some again shortly after, went back up to 1.18, and then it went stagnant for a little bit. They kept maintaining it and then it dropped again. I think it's just the point to where they don't care. Definitely make some money. She says that all the Kool-Aid kids use their Xmas money to pay for her subs and chicken nuggets. Yeah, no doubt. Um, but I think the reason why it's back down to 1.17, you know, I don't think they care anymore. You know, JessFam surpassed them, and they can't buy any subs because they know I'm on their ass and I'll fucking post about it. You know, and I just think if you watch their vlogs and you watch how they are, I just don't think they really care anymore. You know, but they cared enough to buy some, but now they're. I'm not saying that they're struggling with money, but they definitely don't want to pay for subs anymore. But yeah, they went a whole year without nothing because they were dropping subs like flies, but they don't want to make they want people to see them as like that they're losing. You know what I mean? Because for a long time there, I mean, look at this. August 2018, over 58,000 subs in 1 month. That's insane. I've I mean, I've seen that, but like that's insane. And roughly around that time is when I first saw them. Uh, my wife watched them religiously, and I was very very impressed by their growth. I was like, damn, they're booming. But then it makes you think, was all these subs legit, or did they just kept buying some? I think maybe they got to their million or whatever. Okay, but after their million, I honestly think that these 1.17 this 1.17 million subs here, I don't even think a lot of that's real. I think that they dipped under a million and they just kept buying it. But now they're starting to go back down. They might start losing it to the point where that number will turn to a 6. We'll see, unless they decide to maintain it. But it will drop down to a 6 if they don't buy more. But they went a whole year without anything, and then boom, 10 grand. I don't think so. 10,000? I don't think so, because they didn't grow. And then so if you kept losing, but then if you're losing subs, but then you buy the subs to maintain that 1.17, all it's going to do in these analytics, which you see right here, is show 0 subs. That's why it says 0 subs for the whole year, because they were losing subs but buying subs to maintain the number. So it tricked the analytics and showed that they have 0 subs within that year's time. That's what happened. I have a feeling that they're going to have to move back to the old house with the way things are going. Yeah, probably. I could see that because I kind of had that feeling too. That's why they kept it at first. That's why they gave it to the mom, because I felt like they knew one day that they were going to go back. But they kind of screwed themselves, because if they every move that KKandbabyJ has made really just has fucked them over left and right. And all this would do is do the same. All it would do is show their lies, because they made this whole big ordeal about how the house was extremely unsafe because of stalkers and people calling CPS and blah blah blah, right? But they gave the house to the mom. It, that's what made me think that they were gonna go back to. Now, if they move back to the house, people are gonna be like, "But I thought you said it was unsafe," and they'll probably just be like, "Oh well, we'll just get an extra camera." But if you watched the video where they apparently got robbed, Karen says she turned off her camera notifications, her alerts, because they were annoying. Yet this is the same person who apparently has been robbed before, even before that. Apparently has been robbed. Apparently has had stalkers and CPS. And that's the thing, is you think where they live now is even safer, any safer than before? I mean, in that same video where Karen and Cole apparently got lost at $4,000, Karen literally says, "You're not safe anywhere." She literally says in the video, if you go watch it, she says um, that people in gated communities aren't even safe. So they act like the gated community helps them, but it doesn't. Karen watching, Karen watch and Quaz being all ghetto and going off. They definitely will go back even if they have to sell that place. They don't know how to have money, and it shows. Yeah, it's kind of weird too, because they don't. This is how I know that they're privileged. And I'm not saying that Karen grew up with a lot of money, but I know that her mom spoiled her a lot. I mean, she's even said it. And this is how Qual grew up, not poor. Qual grew up really nice. And so, but their actions here of like kind of what they've been doing with their money shows that they don't know the value of a dollar, because they just spend it so irresponsibly. I mean, imagine if this is to the point where you you buy a lake home and then you have to move back because you don't have the funds to do it. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Winner? I'm trying to mess with my mic. Okay, yeah, sorry. I have my gaming headset on and it like flips around. It's really weird. So, okay, cool. Yeah, my bad. Okay. Okay. They will move back and claim it's their home and that family grew in. They both grew up nice and never went with. So, it looks like they have no money to spare for the children, college funds, and those shopping trips. Shake my head. Yeah, they definitely they shop around way too much. I'm actually someone who comes from poverty, and I've actually worked for. I made a lot of money, and a lot of it went to just responsibilities. I still have it, but you know, um, I don't know, just from someone who comes from poverty, it just blows my mind that um, it just blows my mind that people spend money like them who apparently were poor. Show the kids' childhood for nuggets and shit and shit fake glasses. Yeah, I know. Those are plastic frames on those suckers. But yeah, it just blows my mind that they apparently grew up so poor, dirt poor, that. Okay, I thought my streaming thing went out. No, I didn't think. Okay, there we go. I thought my streaming thing went out. It was like loading weird. Yeah, this is my streaming thing right here, and it's been doing this weird thing where it just like cuts out for some reason. I'm not sure why. Yeah, this mic is Garbo. Sorry. You guys are gonna have to deal with it until I get my new one. Which again, I don't know if you guys heard, but I get it. Well, it said it was here Thursday, but then it changed, and so I think it will be here like this weekend or something like that. It's a better version of the one I have. I tried to get it going and use it, but it didn't work, so that's a no bueno. Yeah, money does change people. That's why I don't really like want an insane amount of money. I like money. I mean, who doesn't? I just want enough to take care of, my family and my animals and just all my responsibilities. I mean, a little extra on the side for, some fun times. But aside from that, I don't need $2 million a year. That's too much money. That's way too much money. I don't know how you speak pretty clearly. I always never get to the point and stutter every second. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Hillary. I, I probably sound like a goon right now. It's I actually have like a really bad stuttering problem too, and I mess up a lot when I speak. I'm actually not a very good speaker at all. I actually suck. But I'm good on script though. All my videos are script. They're all scripted, and it's I don't know. I don't like coming on here live because I think I sound like a goon, but uh, I definitely need to do it. I like to do it live, and I've always wanted to. Imagine your parents putting your whole childhood on the internet for everyone to see and monetize off of it, but spending all the money and not leaving a single cent for your future. Wow. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying that they don't have money away for their children or these other vloggers don't, but all I'm saying is those Gucci bags are expensive. Those hats are expensive. So that's money that could be put away. I mean, why couldn't you just buy a Nike hat? You know what I mean? You don't have to spend $400+ on a damn Chanel hat or Gucci hat. You can buy a fucking Nike hat for 20, was it 25, $30, and then call that Gucci, and then put away the rest for your children. I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna be put in such a deep hole that they're gonna end up dipping into you know, their kids like funds that they apparently put away. Exactly. I grew up poor as fuck. I wouldn't spend that like that either. They were never poor. No. And again, I don't know Karen like how poor she was apparently, but her mom worked two jobs. I feel like Karen I don't know if Karen grew up rich, but she definitely didn't grow up in poverty. And Qual didn't either. I mean, Qual literally states like I think it was in a podcast where he's like, "Oh, I grew up so poor, guys, so dirt poor. My mom, after everything, after my mom and dad split, she only had $60,000 in the bank." I'm like, bro, that's not poor. Dirt poor, poverty poor, like he's saying, is like me back in the day, or us, my family back in the day, being negative $60 or negative $600 in the bank. You owe the bank money. You owe the money. You owe the money for the funds because you're late on your fee, your late fee. It's crazy. Yeah, Qual grew up really rich. I mean, he literally says in one of his videos, anyway, by the way, what's up, Pineapple? Qual literally says in one of his videos or podcasts or whatever that he goes, I grew up poor. I grew up with no money. Well, we lived in a really nice house, but it just sounded like, I remember, I think it was on YouTube Mama Drama, somebody said, I think it may have been in my comment section. I don't know, but somebody said that Karen and Qual were like the less rich people at the school. They were like the less privileged of the privilege, but they were still privileged. Hey, YouTube headlines. Hey, Apoc, I bet they're making $3,000 to $5,000 a week. Maybe they might still be making. I mean, maybe altogether from everything that they have, sure. Now, weekly wise from their vlog channel, I'm not really too sure about that because their channel is taking a big hit. Not a lot of people want to watch them anymore. But um, from everything that they do, sure, I could see that definitely, maybe even a little bit more. But no matter what, that's still a great living, 100%. My When my parents moved to the U.S., they had nothing. Yeah, you know, yeah, from you know when you actually listen to what Qual talks about when he talks about his mom opening up the restaurant and stuff, it's like he wanted money, but he wouldn't get it. He acts poor. He talks about how he was poor when he was like 16, 17 years old. Bro, you're a teenager. You're supposed to be poor. Unless you work, but even when you work and you're 16, you're still poor. You still don't have a lot of money. But I think Qual is one of those people who just was like maybe was used to getting money, but then after the split he wasn't able to get money because the mom had to put the money towards like the restaurant and stuff, which is fine, but Qual seems very like entitled when it comes to money. After the divorce of Qual's mom and dad, they split the restaurant they had, and he lived in a 600K plus house. Yeah, they're not poor. They were never poor. That split up made them more poor, but that's not poor. It's poor than them, I guess, though. But when I was a kid, I used to sit on the side of the road and beg for Cheez-Its. Lived out in the woods for a little bit. You know what I mean? Uh, Hopped houses, slept on couches and floors for years. For years. I'm only recently out of poverty within the last like 3 or 4 years because I got myself out of it because I busted my ass 7 days a week 16 hours a day. I worked for 5 months straight and only had like, well, almost 5 months straight, but only had 4.5 days off and earned a lot of money. I got myself out. BMW equals poor, yeah. At 15, Qual wrecked his dad's Beamer. Yeah, not surprised. Qual always says he grew up so poor and did it tough. I cannot believe that. Me and my partner grew up in poverty, and the trauma most people have from that stage, you don't spend like that. No, exactly, and that's my point. Is that people who work extremely hard and conserve their money are people who are like are people probably came from hard backgrounds, came from poverty. Qual and Karen talk about how they work hard. They don't work hard. Qual works the most out of both of them, but they don't work hard. Qual talks to people about getting ads to put on Instagram and edits vlogs, and here and there does some read tell. What does Karen do? Pick up a camera and pick out colors for kick-ass? They don't work hard at all. Can't wait for them to have tax issues. We all know it's coming. I don't even know. I don't even know how they got away with what they got away with. I'm not gonna dive deep into that because it's personal stuff. I'm just saying that they're swindlers, man. They're little weasels, and they maneuver. He was poor because he couldn't get the newest iPhone the day it came out. Yeah, no, he could because you know what he did? He broke into people's cars and busted he busted up their windows probably, or just walked right in their car and stole their phones and their money and their purses and guns and all that stuff. Let's see. I only know about the Beamer Qual destroyed was a court case, public info. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, it's interesting what you can find about other people, but that's something I'm not really gonna. We can talk about here, but that's of course something I'm not gonna bring up. You know, that's just. I mean, you can just chalk it up the stupid kid shit, but it is quite funny though when they kind of like preach to something that they did, because when you think about it, if you look back, what was it? If you look back at one of the KK and Baby J's vlogs, where just type in like KK and Baby J like robbery or whatever. And if you look at one of their oldest ones, it says in the description, "Why do people have to steal?" Mind you, this is like a couple years after the fact of Qual getting arrested, becoming a felon for stealing so much shit, and then Karen stealing as well. I know she only stole a shirt, but it's just quite funny and hypocritical. KK and Baby J are spoiled children, and how are their children going to learn how to provide or work hard for themselves? It's just sad. Well, here's the thing about that. They're just going to, when the kids, when I don't, and it'll probably happen this year, maybe next year, but one day, um, they're gonna give Jackson or all the kids together, maybe even the damn dogs, a YouTube channel, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna give them a YouTube channel. And that's what they're gonna teach them. Is anyone going to talk about how Karen purposely avoids getting together with Qua's mom, while I see Qua's brother and wife always over there with King and their children? Just something I noticedly. It's always been that way with Qua's mom, though, with Karen. They don't like each other. I mean, I definitely think Qua's mom has a legitimate reason. I mean, we don't like Karen for the same reasons. She probably doesn't, but she actually has to really deal with her in real life. And, I mean, whenever you see Karen's mom, or not Karen's mom, Qua's mom give the kids a gift, she has to bash it. I mean, I think one of my first videos on KKandbabyJ was Karen bashing the gifts that Qua's mom gave the kids, like left and right, saying she wanted to throw it away and shit. It's like, what? Yeah, they don't like each other at all. Qua goes over there all the time, and Karen never goes because she can't stand her. Their views are going down. Oh yeah, you don't have to spam that. We know. We know they're going down. They're going down hardcore. I mean, they're this 3 point what this 3.4, almost 3.5 million here. That used to be, if you look at the analytics here, so that's 3.1 million, right? So far. Or that was in like December. Okay. Right? But if you look over here, this is August in 2018. Over 17 million. 17.1 million. That's insane. Almost 17.2. That's insane. That's insane. I mean, that's a huge difference. All you see this is just a spiral down. It's just a spiral. Same here with subs, just a spiral. Mom's always has a reason for not liking the daughter-in-law. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. My mom loves my wife, but no, I know that sometimes there's some issues with that. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, that Qua's mom has her reasons, and it's legitimate. You know. Let's see, did I miss anything? Looking through the comments. It's not the same. Okay. It's not the same. KK and Baby J's vlogs were better back then, and now it's just different. I stopped watching them. Qual used to put so much effort into the vlogs back then, but now it's just a flop. Yeah, I've noticed that too. They used to like really invest into it, do it every day. I don't know why they do the whole um at the end of the vlogs. We'll see you on our next daily vlog, when they'll like not vlog for 2 days. You know. Remember when they were doing that noon thing? Like they were gonna start uploading every day at noon, and or whenever they wanted to upload at noon, and just never did it. They don't have a schedule. They never follow through what they're gonna say. And I know sometimes we all kind of do that, but yo, this is all I'm saying. If I was making the money that they were making, bro, I'd be milking that. I'm not saying milking my child. I'm just saying if I was making that kind of money, just vlogging my life in general, maybe my son in the background or something like that, and just like a mixture, like a non-focus of my son and just a mixture of my life, bro, I'd be milking that because I would want, of course, not doing the lying and deceiving and exploiting, but just vlogging what people enjoy, just a simple day shit. I'll be all over that because that's money. Karen was a crap worker for Qua's mom when she was pregnant with Jackson, and Qua's mom fired her for it, and Karen never forgave her for it. Yeah, yeah. That's because Karen probably thought she was top tier shit. You know what I mean? But Karen's not a hard worker. When have you seen Karen work hard? She's never like had a job aside from that, and the first thing she does is get fired, and it's her future at the time. It was her future husband, her baby daddy's mom, and she got fired. There's a reason for that. There's a reason. Yes, not all moms hate their daughter-in-laws, but when they don't like them, there's usually a reason why. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's just some petty shit. Sometimes even moms are kind of like clingy or whatever like that, or just like attached to their sons, so they get all weird. But I don't think that's the case with Qua. I think his mom has a legitimate reason why. I feel like Karen is trying to be like a young teenager by the way she dresses, but she has to live with the fact that she has 3 kids. Yeah, and at the fact that she's almost 30. You know, um, I think it was in a vlog saying that she wishes that she was 18 again or something like that. And I bet she does because, well, one, they had kids early, and no matter what, when you look at it, it gave them their fame and fortune that they wanted. And it's just crazy because they act like their kids are burdens, and then they just don't seem very appreciative of what they have. So it's just I don't know, it just blows my mind. I think that if I did make money off of my kid, I would just appreciate them so much more. But they just seem like they want to get away from the kids at every fucking turn. She doesn't even work hard at her own company. Nope, not at all. She's just there for the colors and launch days, and that's it. You would think that if it was her, she was running the show, was her business, she would be vlogging about it, at least a little bit in the vlogs here and there and in her stories and stuff. But no, it's just launch days and stuff, and she just hands all the business and work over to Carly and Daniel. Yeah, normally when someone starts a business, a small business, they don't normally pay people to do the work for them. They usually work up to that point. But Karen started with that. If Colonel Lincoln, she claims she was a manager of the restaurant, lol. At least last time I looked at her, did she really claim that she was the manager? Okay. Well, you got fired. Thought on Colleen Ballinger. What, you want to hear my thoughts on Colleen Ballinger? I mean, I just did my video on her. But if you want to hear my thoughts on Colleen Ballinger, well, I got blasted by her community. Blasted. I just was so overwhelmed with comments. By the way, if you send a comment I haven't replied, I usually try to reply to everybody, but I am flooded with comments from their community right now, and I'm trying to go through them, and I just feel like I'm on repeat and I'm burnt out on saying the same shit. So I'm just trying to get through all that stuff. But with Colleen, we'll get back to KKandbabyJ, but with Colleen, I don't know. I just can't feel bad for Sun. I'm not trying to invalidate her or her emotions or whatever, right? I'm just saying that my whole point to my Colleen videos was that she has it so much better than everybody else. And even if she acknowledges that, fine. But you know what I've noticed? And I noticed this today. I literally just said this to somebody. And not even a him, just somebody that was saying they advised me to go look at her stuff. Is that what I noticed from Colleen is that she acknowledges her privilege or whatever, right? Okay. But it seems like
because she acknowledges it, her little cronies are giving her a pass or an excuse. Like, oh, she says she says she's privileged, guys. Okay, she's good. Let her continue, you know. But I don't I don't see it that way. I just, all her problems were not based around the pandemic. Okay, she has a skin picking condition, she has anxiety, get in line. ADHD, get in line. But, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to invalidate her. I'm just saying that all her issues with 2020 were not based around 2020. That was the whole point to my video. That was the whole point. And they were all just bashing me, saying I'm invalidating her. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just stating that her having anxiety over nothing or ADHD or a skin picking condition isn't what 2020 was about. 2020, the issue with that, the biggest thing with that was about jobs and money. I know there's a pandemic going on and a sickness, but the biggest thing that affected people, that hurt people, especially in America, was jobs and not being able to work and worrying about being able to live in your house for another month. That was the point. Do you think that KK and Baby J voted for Trump or Biden? I actually talked about this with my wife, and I think that when it comes to voting for them, I think that Karen doesn't give a shit, and I don't think she voted at all. And I think that Kwa voted for Trump, and the reason why is because there's like a lot more tax stuff that can help people on Trump's side, and we already know that we are, we already know that with Biden there's some things that will affect him because he classifies in like a certain bracket because he makes that a lot of money and which would affect him and he wouldn't want that. Um but I don't think Karen gives a shit. I know she posted a sticker on her said I voted. I don't think she voted. I think Quad went and voted for Trump, which is whatever. But I think she just took his sticker and put it on. Not to mention that Qua's mom is also a business owner. And usually, what I've noticed is that people who run their own businesses and such, I'm not speaking this on all, I'm not getting political, nothing like that. I'm just, this person has a question, that's what I'm saying. Is that I think that, especially an immigrant, because a lot of people of color and a lot of people who came to this country, like legally and stuff, who immigrated here legally, are voting for Trump. I've noticed this, and then so I think that they're a Trump voting family. I don't think Karen did that at all. I don't think Karen did that at all. But that's the end of that. I'm not getting into all that stuff. She's a terrible singer. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. If you look through the comments too of the ones where she's singing, they're like, "Oh my God, Slay Queen, you have the voice of an angel." It's like, no, she doesn't. She's really bad at singing, and I'm not even gonna nitpick it. I'm not gonna make a whole video, whole ass video about that. But it's like, dude, y'all call me obsessed. Y'all motherfuckers have Instagram accounts called Quaz Afro, and then you're praising Karen's horrible singing. I mean, we got that from the intro. Horrible singing. I feel like they're trying to become like the Ace family. Yeah, and I mentioned that before, that they're trying to become like the Ace family. They are trying to become like the Ace family. They are I even said like the future Ace family in one of my videos. They literally, I think I give an example. They literally have one. They literally have multiple videos that are like the same thing as titles and thumbnails and such that are like the Ace film was like rush her to the emergency room, and the stuff about like getting like just everything. And it's not just KK. It's a lot of these other people. Oh God, did you hear her screeching, singing in their Insta story? Oh God, no. Honestly, I don't. Some people usually send me stuff. I usually don't go looking myself. Believe it, a lot of these cronies think I'm really obsessed and I'm just watching their every move. I really don't. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all motherfuckers send me shit. You guys send me shit, and I look at it. That's what happens. I usually don't go looking. Sometimes I find something on my own, but usually I get DMs, and because I'm growing more too, so more people are sending me more stuff. Like when Karen posted that fake belly picture, the second one, man, I got lit up not just by I got lit up in my DMs not just by the KK cronies, but lit up by you guys too. Be like, did you see this? Did you see this? I saw it. Which that would be a video later. I also just want to kind of spread out from KK as well. Not gonna stop talking about them, but I want to upload more videos monthly, and I want to make um, different type of videos, not just the same thing, because it's I don't know. I just want to spread my wings, which I it sucks because I have a video that I scripted, fully scripted today, and it's about Cardi B, and I want to put it out, but my mic broke, so I'm just like fuck. But I figured screw it. We can stream, make up for the loss of videos, and then I'll hit you guys up with I'm like recording. I'm gonna work on a Belle Delphine video later tonight or tomorrow until my mic gets here, and maybe I can have like 4 videos for you guys when I get that mic. Like maybe next week we'll be just bombarded with videos. That'd be so dope. Oh yeah, what happened to that restaurant they opened? Oh, it's probably still there. They haven't really mentioned it, but it's probably still there, and it's probably just closed. That sucks because definitely bad time to invest in something like that. Although no one could have predicted that. Let's see. Do you remember what it was called? I want to look at the reviews. Oh, for the restaurant? I don't know what it's called. Oh my god, I didn't see her singing. Where can I find it? Why would you want to torture yourself? It's horrible. They probably have their family take over it because they can't handle actual work. You are correct. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they're only investors too. You know, it's just like when they were Qual like invested some money into somebody because somebody was flipping a house, and God knows what happened to that. But and they may have pulled out. I don't know because he never mentioned it again, as I think. But um, he invested that in a horrible time. Again, no one could have predicted that. My mouth is dry. I'm gonna take a sip. When my mouth starts getting dry, I start sounding like a fucking goon and sound like I have gibberish. Oh, or I'm talking gibberish. My computer screen went out. There you go. But anyways, so yeah, they never talked about the housing and they invested in, and horrible time to invest. And then you got to think about it. He probably was just paying the dude to do the work. Here's some tools, here's some stuff for some flooring, whatever. And then Qual never did the work. Also, how can they afford another dog? I don't know. Could have got it for free. You don't know. I mean, and then it could be only like $300. I mean, $300 to them is like a vlog. I mean, if you look, and these are just estimates, but right here, these are just like the vlogs that they put out, right? And then if you look right here, these are the estimates amount of money that they made. So they could have made 26 to $420, right? They probably made somewhere like between, let's just say, $200 to $350 off of this vlog right here. I don't know. It just depends on like how long people are watching and ads and stuff. But it just really depends. But they could be making that per vlog. So imagine that. Imagine making one vlog and making $500. This is the reality of their life. This is the reality of what they get paid for doing nothing. I mean, look at that money. This this shit's on my money. Let me tell you. I don't make shit on here. I make some, but I mean, December paid my bills, which is amazing. But like they have, though, definitely just a week will pay their bills probably. Well, except for that house payment. I think their dogs behave better than their kids. Yeah, probably. At this point, they're just trying to fill their void of not having more kids with having more pets. Yeah, no, I think I said this in my last stream where I think Qua is trying to give Karen animals. Like she got 2 dogs now and a cat, and I think they're doing all that because he doesn't want another baby, and he's just giving her these babies. Eventually, she's gonna want that baby, bruh. I'm surprised they still haven't done IVF for a girl yet, seeing how desperate they are for views in general. Yeah, well, the thing is, though, is that you can't just do that. Definitely more expensive buying a dog. That is very, very expensive to do, and there's just no way I don't think they can afford that anymore. I think maybe that was the original plan, or maybe even a surrogate or something. But I think it's just too much money at this point, guys. I don't know. I just don't really see a baby coming anymore. I might be wrong, but I think that was the original plan. But who knows? They can't adopt. Qua's a felon. The first dog was pretty much claimed by Qua, so naturally Karen had to get one for herself. Yeah, there you go. I noticed this thing with Karen and Qua, and I haven't mentioned it, but they always do this whole like, oh, that's Qua's or that's Karen's. They do with like the weight set. It's like, why can't you guys share stuff? Me and my wife, everything is ours together. We have, she has a bank account, I have a bank account, I have a safe, but everything we share together. If I wanted money out of her bank account, I could take it. She wants some out of my safe, she can take it. Everything we share. But what it seems like is that Karen and Qua have two different things, which also makes me think that they're not really actually together anymore. I think it's just money. you know. Karen tends to always get what Qua gets, so I do see that with the dogs. I am the only one who knows that. Yeah, I don't know. I could see that too. Let me look at scroll up, see more comments because I know I missed them because I go on rants. I don't understand people who stand others. Yo, like on the real too, and this is I'm I'm always somebody who kind of preaches I'm a content creator who dislikes other content creators, but I'm also a creator who dislikes communities as well. Like I dig all you guys, right? And we're all friends here. We're all talking. But none of you guys like worship me, which is great. And if you disagree with me, you guys are all more than welcome to say something. And if I disagree with you guys, I'll say it to you guys too. Some of you guys might be like, "Oh, what about this and that with their kids?" And be like, "I don't really talk about their kids because they're kids." And they're like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're saying." We can have conversations like that and everything be cool. But their communities are so toxic and it's only one-sided. They worship their feet. And that's what I like about what we're building here is that we don't you guys don't worship me, and I don't know, I just feel like we're all just peers, you know what I mean? And but with I noticed this with these other communities, not just vlogging communities, just like all of YouTubers, is that their communities stand fucking so hard for them. Just no matter what. There's even people who have been accused of other things with minors, and it's sick and disgusting. And there's people, large amounts of people from their community that will justify them or defend them. You know, at least I know if you guys have something against me, if I say something wrong, you guys will call it out, or you'll just unsub or something like that. I don't know. You you know, but you guys know that if I'm making a point and you guys say something back, then I'll clap back at you too. you know, I can't remember Pineapple, but I think it may have been you where we were talking and you're like, oh, this is just my thoughts. Don't rail on me or something. I think I remember that. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I just feel like we're all equals here. We're all peers. The KK and Baby J, they just and a lot of these other people, they don't appreciate their community, but I appreciate you guys because you guys have given me an outlet of a way of making money on my own without anybody else's help aside from you guys, aside from your reviews. But all this work I'm doing is my work, and it's a great feeling. We have brains and think for ourselves. That's key. Yep, and that's what I want. When I made the video about the Dad Challenge podcast, people freaked the fuck out. Like I had maybe a dozen or so people unsub from me, which by the way, I'm gonna make a I'm gonna make a video on that because it's fucking hilarious. But I had some people sub for me because they were like, "Oh, you went too far with this one, Apoc. I'm unsubbing. Do your research." What are you talking about? It's there. He says all this shit. Don't you watch him? I was just doing a podcast with my wife, and we were just talking about it. But if you watch him, you know all this stuff. But I was saying these things, and the Dad Challenge podcast community is so much worse than the vloggers. They're like the vlogging community, the people that watch family vlog channels, those cronies. are so much worse, especially because they're adults. They're full grown adults, but they're dumber than the children that watch the vloggers. It's insane to me. They're like, oh, you made this video, it's the wrong choice, it's gonna cancel you, it's gonna bring your channel down. Dude, I went up. I lost like a dozen people, but gained like 50 from the after that video. It's insane. But and and that's the thing I want too, is that I can lose people and I'm cool with it. I want all of you guys to be critical thinkers and able to hear my opinion. And if you have something to say against what I say, that's perfectly fine. But I want to have opposing opinions. I want to have a conversation and a dialogue. But if someone wants to unsub to me, that's fine. Oh, my son's crying. Hang on. Give me a second. Okay. So, sorry, my son just woke up. Um, but I want us to have conversations and dialogues and all that stuff. But some people don't like that. Some people don't like opposing opinions, you know? But you should be able to talk without having any issue, even if we disagree. They don't they don't want money. If they wanted all that clout, they would have moved towards LA like every clout chaser, and they would have got more money and by popping out a kid rather than making miscarriage bids. No, see, that's the thing, is that they messed up their pregnancy clickbait, because what happened was they did the Pam and Chris thing where it was early COVID, and they clickbaited their friend's pregnancy as their own during quarantine, during mandatory quarantine. And I think that's the day they ruined their pregnancy clickbait, and so they had to change it up. And popping out a baby, especially after having 3 kids in a C-section, isn't as easy as lying about miscarriages. You know, I don't doubt that Karen has scar tissue. I just doubt her story. Can we talk about the fact that Qual was on the phone and someone asked who they got the new dog from, and Qual stumbled over his words and then said, "I have to hang up." Honestly, I didn't watch the vlog, so I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for that. We can talk about it. Maybe give me some details. I stopped watching them when she showcased one of her boys by the pool, and his private parts were not even edited out. She isn't in the tune with reality. Sad. Yeah. What's weird too is, I mean, that's sick, but what's weird too is they talk about how they don't use their children, or, you know, for money, or exploit them, but they literally have been doing vlogs based around Sutton's poop, using using the toilet. I mean, that's insane. What else would you call that? That's sick. That's sick. Let's see. See if I got any other comments that I missed. I want to try to address everyone. I like to do that. See, I actually appreciate you guys. I want to talk to each and every one of you if I can. Unlike KK. Let's see. Someone seen her and says she is full singing, no shame, full on long string. I'm good. I'm gonna avoid that one. Let's see. Oop. People don't want to hear facts. They buy into the damn story. Sad. Yep. People don't like facts. The truth. People just don't like hearing the truth anymore. It's insane. Surprised I even have 2,000 of you guys who want to hear it. There's just so many people who don't like it anymore. I hate when people encourage her to sing. Please stop. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Okay, I got some catching up to do here. There we go. Why didn't they move to LA then? Because they stayed in Florida. I don't know. They don't have to move to LA to make a lot of money. They make a lot of money where they live. Plus, you pay more taxes in California as well. How long do you think Karen and Qua have been broken up for, Apoc? Because it seems like they aren't together anymore. I'm not really sure about that one, but I definitely think that the whole faking infertility and miscarriage thing, I definitely think that has taken its toll. But I know that even before then, they were having some issues, and I think that I think they've been on and off, but I definitely think right now is that they're kind of at their peak. I don't know. They could still be together. I just know that that love that they had before is just not there, and you can tell. LA isn't everything. No, it's not, and it's again more taxes there, and they already they're already in deep shit with that. So yes, I saw that too. He stumbled over his answer like it was all scripted about saying he got from Karen's cousin or something. Yeah. See, like when it comes to the dog, they're mixed stories. I don't really care because it's just like dog shit, but maybe they just didn't want to be. I don't know. I don't know. They make up stories about everything. You just can't trust anything they say. Karen changed her last name from Nguyen to Swanson on Instagram. Yeah, she did it a little while ago, but who knows why? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just for her, like her brand, but it's kind of weird. She broke a spatula on Qua and a phone. Well, maybe she worked out she can throw punches. I think it stopped watching when she got her Audi. She was flaunting, and I knew she did not want it as much as Qual. She should have just let Qual get his GTR dreams. She doesn't need everything. Yeah, you know what's funny about that too is that she got that, but at first they got that Porsche. They talked about how it was like, the Audi was her dream car, but she literally knew dick all about it. But before they did that, it was like based on a bet. The reason they got the car is like based on a bet, which is like the most unrelatable fucking thing I've ever heard. And then they got the Porsche and then returned it and then got the Audi. It's just like really weird. If it's your dream car, then why didn't you get that first? Because Qua's the one that likes Porsches. Karen doesn't even like Porsches. Qua's the one that likes that. So you got a car for Qua based on a bet that you won. That's apparently your dream car, but then you got the Audi afterwards, and then you gave it back. So you gave back your dreams. It's so funny. And she said that wasn't practical. That's why she gave back the Audi. But it's like, this isn't like a small purchase. This is a really, really big purchase. This is how you know they're done with their money. This is how you know they grew up privileged because they don't understand how they don't understand the value of money because they bought like two cars based off of a bet and then just returned it later, which could have just leased it out for a year. That's what it seems like, but still, it's the premise of it all. It's just insane. You can't just break up with your husband. Who are you legally married to? Well, you can stay married mutually, consensually, without anybody ever knowing. I mean, on the real, you can't just do that for the vlog. It feels like your views on them is something you conveniently make up. Nothing makes sense. What doesn't make sense? The car thing that I just talked about. They literally have stated that the cars that they bought were based on a bet, and then she talked about how Karen got her dream car, but not before they got the Porsche, and then they returned it and then got her apparent dream car that she knew nothing about. How does it make any sense? The way you describe them shows that they are the kind of people to move to LA. They even know Karenikov. Things could have worked out for them. Yeah, things could have worked out for them. So I know, right? I know, maybe so, but what this person is saying doesn't make any sense. Just because they know Karenikov doesn't mean they're going to move to LA. Maybe they like where they live. Maybe they don't want to move to LA. Yeah, because they sound like they'd be like some LA kids, but you gotta remember, they're already fucked in their taxes, and moving to California means their taxes are gonna go up, especially because of how much money they make. So that's why they're staying in Florida, because Florida is cheaper than California, believe it or not. I honestly feel they should get off YouTube and work towards rebuilding their marriage and find love in each other again. They should do it for their children's sake. They're not gonna do it. They care more about money than anything. I can't describe it, but if you look into the divorces of Qua's parents and current parents, you will understand why they are living the same in the same house and being the same way they are. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's crazy, man. Let's see, try to backtrack on these comments. Did they sell their house yet? No, they made a video saying that they were keeping it or something. I don't know. Nobody wanted to buy it apparently. Let's see. They can't move to LA because they have kids and they can't have easy access to babysitters right away in Florida. It's cheaper. Yep, that's true. You know, that's the thing. If they move to LA, they're moving to LA with them and their dogs and the kids. They're not taking the mom. They're not going to have Taylor or any other babysitter. They have a lot of help and a lot of people to watch their children for them. They ain't giving that up to go to move to LA. Nobody does, but it's called analytics. Look it up. Yeah, well, that's analytics for like other people, and there are people who do move to LA to just, like try to make it or whatever. But like we just stated, that Karen and Kwa aren't going to leave their help. They have help there, a lot of help with their children. They're not going to give it up to go to LA to pay more taxes. What are you not getting about this? So you did at one point in time, and we know she is. What would you say? I know what this person said. Uh, I don't know. At the end of the day, their channel is done. Their channel is fried. The whole point of this is that they are buying subscribers, and I just proved it through the analytics. Anonymous, you see that? Through the analytics. These aren't LA analytics or LA analytics. These are just YouTube analytics. I mean, look at that. That used to be at over 700,000. They ain't making that no more. And you know what? I'm not even trying to like money or sub shame them or anything. I'm proving that they have bought subs, which means they bought them for a reason because they didn't want people to see that they were losing. That's the whole point. You should do Brampty next. Who's Brampty? They tried to become part of the vlog squad. Didn't work. Yeah, no, they did. That's why Qual like stands and fangirls so fucking hard for Corinna and El Mills and all that stuff is because he wants to become part of that crew because he knows that there's a sea of money with them. There is a sea of money. I mean, they were on the good path too. They could have done that. They could have done that, but they didn't. So many of the vlog squad people follow them on Instagram. Yeah, all these other people too. That doesn't mean anything. You know, I follow bigger YouTubers as well, but they don't know me. And you know, sometimes other big influencers or content creators will follow each other just because that's just like the community. You know, that doesn't mean anything. Let's just say this: if they were actually involved with the vlog squad, their channel wouldn't be dying. Okay, but Brampty and Karen are different. Brampty didn't throw Penelope around the way Karen does with her kids. Oof. Oof. Okay. Look up Brand Fam on YouTube. They think they're the Ace family, but the mom constantly shakes her ass on her little kids. I'll have to look that up. I think I've seen the Brand Fam before. I haven't really dived deep into them. Again, I'm gonna make a. You may have heard this in my last thing, but I made a community post, or I'm going to make a community post asking what families or what you guys want to hear. I'm trying to upload more. My goal is 15 videos this month. Already on the good way, and that includes streams, podcasts, whatever videos I get out. Just trying to make some milestones, some goals. Trying to grow this year, like really grow this year. And yes, that means you guys are going to get a Brittany and Baby video. I don't know when, but you will get a Brittany and Baby video. I know that one is way, way, way highly requested. Let's see. To be honest, who wants to watch their mind-numbingly boring shit lives? I had to stop, not just because they're fake and make babies for attention, but because they're so damn boring. Agreed. My wife, sometimes watches KK, and Baby J for, research purposes, but she's like, I just can't do it anymore for a little bit. I'm like, cool, take a break. I got plenty of shit to talk about later, anyways. When she first got that cat, she puts its litter box right up where she sleeps. Ew, that is kind of gross. Mine's hella far. Mine's my cats are like little shit stains sometimes, and they're kind of like big assholes. So they're kind of in this catio. So that's where I keep mine. Epic Brandon family was horrible. They gave up vlogging, thank God. However, they are still on Instagram. I'll have to look at that. Maybe I can, bash them, shit talk them, shit post. I'd rather watch Brand Fam than KK and Baby J. Probably. Honestly, anybody but KK and Baby J. Believe that kids don't lie, and the way they behave shows a lot about the way their parents are. KK's kids are, in my opinion, the most well-behaved kids on YouTube. Well, really? So when Jackson was doing, oh, hey, is Chick-fil-A here yet? I know that's not really like a behavior thing, but when you think about it, it's like he that's like entitlement. And then on top of that, he stomped his foot and pouted and cried for the VR system. What are you getting at? I'm not saying that their kids are shitty. What I'm saying is that they're not the most well-behaved kids on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about. The only good family vloggers are Rochelle and Justin, to be honest. I've seen this one, I think it's called Alex and Michael, somebody requested. And I haven't looked too much into them, but from what I've seen, they do not really exploit their child like a lot of these other vloggers do. You see, Jennifer knows. Is that you, Karen? Yeah. Oh man, that's probably. I'm not. I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. It's funny because I I think I mentioned this before, but I remember when I was a little more active on Instagram and I posted something about Karen and I had this little fan page on there and I swear it was Karen. They were like a KKandbabyJ fan page, but they didn't even follow KKandbabyJ, which I found really suspicious. Just other like vloggers, and if you're a KKandbabyJ fan page, you're not following Karen or Qua. It's just insane. You guys really love imagining things. What are we imagining? You're being baseless in here, dude. You're really in here being baseless. We're cool to have a conversation. That's fine. But you're being baseless. Give us some examples, please. KK's kids are the worst behaved on YouTube. They're constantly climbing around the tables, and I lost where I was. And they have no problem hitting Qua and Karen's friends in front of the parents. They just laugh. Yeah, and that's the thing too is aren't the kids always like climbing on top of tables and getting into shit? I know it's kid stuff, but I would not let my son walk around on a countertop. Tell you that right now. One for being dangerous, and one that's really fucking rude. Those boys are brainwashed by iPads. Creepy. Yeah, no doubt. I'm sorry. I go by she, her, not guys. Thanks. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Anonymous pronouns up in here. I don't know what the hell this anonymous person's going on about. I mean, at least they're not really being rude. Sometimes last time we had a little crony in here being hella rude up in here. Oh my god, it was crazy. What is going to happen with those kids? They're growing up, and that is scarier. Yep, agreed. I don't think they misbehave, but I think that crave attention of their parents who ignore them all day. They are well mannered, but spoiled brats. But we can't be mad at the kids for it. Yeah, 100% agree with that, Samantha. 100%. That's why I don't really talk about their kids. Sometimes you might see some jokes, but it's not really like directed at the kids. I have like here and there, but mostly I referenced them being like Gucci champion and store bought. That's not shade at them. That's just shade at how they treat them um, in different ways. The favoritism. But I try to remain away from the children stuff because they're just kids, and kids are brats. And yeah, I think you can still point out what KK and Baby J do, kind of like the VR system situation. But aside from that, talking about the kids directly is wrong. Nope, I'm not being baseless. You don't like your little bubble being bursted. If you may have made valid points, you would have never hid Suja's criticizing you. I saw her comments. Oh, Suja. Yeah, here's the thing about Suja that you're not telling anybody is that she was harassing all my subscribers, everybody in the comment sections, spamming my comment section with the same thing over and over again. And by the way, who begged me to block her? I blocked her and didn't I deleted the comments and I went back and deleted the other ones. Are you gonna also say that I didn't that I tried to have tons of conversations with Suja, but and I'm probably saying that wrong, but I just call her Suja. I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna call her Suja. Had plenty of conversations with Suja before, but it was all running around in circles, and I got burnt out on it, so I stopped answering. So I stopped replying to her. And then eventually she just kept going on and on and on, and then started throwing shade, and started harassing, and started basically cyberbullying. So I got rid of her. But not before she begged me. She goes, "Well, if you don't like it, just block me." I was like, "I'm not going to block you. I'm trying to have a conversation with you." But it's clear as fucking day that not going to have a conversation with me. So what I did was I blocked her. But right before I blocked her, you know what I did? I told her. By the way, this is probably Suja. By the way, okay, so this is what I did. I said, "Okay, you're basically asking me to block you. So when I block you, I don't want you going around telling people, oh, Apoc can't handle any criticism. He can dish it out but can't take it." She begged me. She begged me to block her. So I blocked her. I've only blocked people. Only two people within my like year and a half of being on YouTube. Only two people. And only removed her comments. And it's because she begged for it. And she was stepping out of line. We can have a conversation and all that. But when you start to harass me and my followers, you're gone. But I had massive amounts of conversations with that person. And then she decided to get froggy. So I got rid of her. She asked for it though. So again, you're being baseless, anonymous, or I mean, Suja. Oh man. So it's fine if you block someone who harasses you, but not okay if Karen does the same to those who harass her. No, if people are actually, I never said that. If people are actually harassing Karen, then she can block them. But but I have literal proof of people telling me why that Karen blocked them, and it's based from nothing. In one of my videos, I pointed out that somebody got blocked for asking why is she forward-facing Sutton too early. That's not harassing. That's a question. And then there's other things that were nothing. There's people who she blocked just because they followed me. That's not harassing. She can block whoever she wants, but the point is that I'm not blocking anybody for no reason. I blocked her because she asked for it, and after trying to have a conversation, just trying to get through her thick skull, but she wouldn't have it. So she asked for it, and I blocked her. Yeah, see, there you go. Jamie liked it. Blocked. Yep, exactly, exactly. Well, you know that Karen's random on the internet too, right? So if you want to do that, you can't believe any fucking thing any of us are saying. So you say her kids are well behaved, right? Well, they're on the internet. So you believe random people you don't even know on the internet are well behaved? You don't know those kids. You don't know Karen. You think that they're good parents? You don't know them. You see what they show you online, right? 20 minutes a day. You only see those 10-minute vlogs. You don't know them. That same logic applies to you, but way fucking more, 10 fucking fold. You can take that shit out of here. It's not gonna work. bad arguments. Hey Tiffany, I'm trying to. I have to go back up to some comments because I went on a little rant there. Let's see. Okay, I didn't get that far. Do you stream on this normally? Because this is the only one I've made it to. Not really, but I want to do it more. I actually want to do it way more. Um, maybe a couple times, maybe 3 times a week. But my PC is kind of weird, and sometimes it doesn't allow me to. So it just, if it works, it works. And it's also based around if my son's sleeping or not. I can only like do streams or record when it's mostly convenient because there's a lot of noise in this house sometimes. Okay, let's see what Anonymous had to say here. She knows Apoc, and she obviously doesn't want that negativity of his followers too. Anyone who gets shitty comments on a daily basis would do that. Okay, but Jamie didn't say anything. So, you know that there's people who follow Karen that don't like her, right? They don't have to say anything. There's people, you know what? There's people who follow KKandbabyJ who still support them, who also support me. And I'm not going to block them because they support her. That doesn't make any sense. She didn't do anything. She just followed me. What negativity? Because she followed me? That's not negativity. I understand why Karen blocked me. That's fine. But blocking someone just for following someone else, that's some petty ass shit. I did just say I was gonna do a video on Brittany and Baby. Apoc proved my point by blocking Suja. Yeah, well, you're probably Suja. I blocked Suja for a reason. She asked for it. That's it. That's all you know. Oh, and by the way, Karen, I told you I'd stop spilling tea for a big fat check. Same. Not really. I'll take the check. I'll lie. I'll pull a family vlogger and lie, take the check, and make more videos. Anyone else feel like they're delaying Sutton in his development? He doesn't act his age, in my opinion, and constantly baby him. Yeah, honestly, I do. I think that Karen keeps him back because she wants a baby. She wants to keep a baby. It's horrible. That's what I believe. I might be wrong, but that's what I believe. They aren't misbehaved, but they are being spoiled. Jackson is so materialistic. They don't eat good. They talk to adults like they're the rulers of the world and get what they want. Yep, agreed. I'll agree. I wouldn't say they misbehave, but they are spoiled brats. That's what I'll go with. Well, the trolls know a lot about you. Yeah, it's funny. They'll call me obsessed, but then they'll know everything about me. What my people, what my comment section says. Okay, let's see. Karen likes to pretend she's still in high school instead of acting like an adult. Yep. Yep. They always have bot subscribers. Their channel is flunking. I never watch them. I don't see anything interesting that they make. Boring Karen. Mrs. I'm better than anyone. My shit don't stink. Yep, exactly. Karen's panties are in a bunch now. They've been in a bunch ever since I started videos on them. You're not someone else for Karen. Apoc, lol. We all know that. Anyone who follows you supports the gossiping people about YouTube parents for these parents. That is negativity. How? So if I say that KK and Baby, so if I make a video, so get this, if I make a video, and I know I use this a lot, but it's just a great reference that they lie. If I say KK and Baby J made a video called "A Car Crashed Through Our Backyard," but then you watch the video and it's not their backyard, they lied. So what does that mean? They're liars. So if they're willing to lie about that, then why won't they lie about something else? Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate the support. So yes, it makes sense for her to block people who follow you and like your posts. Okay, let's just get over that part. I don't agree. But what if she blocks somebody who doesn't follow me? I've had people who've been blocked before they followed me, and then they tell me why they were blocked. That doesn't make any sense. There's been people that have been blocked and then come follow me later and be like, I get it. you know? Oh yeah, this is no. it's either Karen or that Suja person they keep referring to. I highly doubt that they saw the comments. And even if they did, I don't care. I blocked Suja for a reason because she was harassing me and my followers. Clickbait happens everywhere on YouTube, dude. That's not something to dislike for someone or someone for. Yeah, it is. They're liars. I don't like liars. I'm pointing out that they lied. And the thing is, it's not even about the clickbait part. I mean, it is, but it isn't. The mostly the thing is that the community goes, oh well, KKandbabyJ are genuine. They're not liars. But then I show that they lied, and now here you are with excuses, Suja. Should I block anonymous? That's probably Suja. Should I block anonymous right now? Easily done. Or wait, how about this? Let's put. Should I put the user in timeout, guys? I'll leave it up to you. Vote now. Should I put anonymous or should we keep him in here? I'm not gonna be the judge, jury, and executioner. I leave it up to the people. Should we put anonymous, aka Suja, in jail in timeout? Should we do it? Yeah, they did lie in the video. The whole video was a lie. I mean, honestly, this gives a good this improves the time on my video. So all I do is just make more money. But I leave it up to you guys. Should we put this person in timeout? I wish I was Karen. I'd have some money. Didn't Sue just say that? Didn't Sue just say that? I wish I was Karen. I would have some money. Something like that, right? You're Suja. I fucking know it. Yo, so get this. This person got anonymous is Suja. This person got blocked, and now they're back in my live chat telling me in other videos I have no life and that I'm obsessed. And they're in here in my live chat on an alt account. Get out of here, Suja. Oh, oh. Everyone's saying block them. Yes, they're annoying. Block. Okay, one more. We need one more. Now I know that's Karen. One more. Okay, there it is. Okay. Nah, it's funny. Okay, let's see. Well, I'll leave it up to the next one. The next one. Yay or nay. And then we'll decide. Do it. Okay, that's it. Done. Done. Goodbye. Let's just put them in timeout. Put user in timeout. Goodbye. Anonymous was timed out by Apoc for 300 seconds. Yeah, see, yeah, I am Suji. Yeah. You just want an excuse to block me. I don't need an excuse. You're giving the excuse yourself. It's funny, dude. Bye, bye. They only got 300 seconds, guys, and then I'll block them afterwards. They can only make so many YouTube accounts unless they ask somebody for an extra number. It's funny. They'll come in here and do this, but I just literally made money off of this. It's fucking hilarious. If they come back after the timeout, and we know they're obsessed with you. Yeah, I think they already proven that. Imagine defending a narcissist, bruh. Laugh my ass off. People need to be more productive with lives. Yeah, agreed. See, that's the thing is, I'm making money right now. They're just here doing their thing. Honestly, I knew that was Suja. I just do it. Suja, why are you here? Why are you even here? Go away. And then it's funny too. Why'd you come in here pretending to be somebody else that you're not? You could have came in here and said who you are. Karen runs to grab Sutton's phone to sign into a new account. Yeah. Yep. I'm the one Karen blocked for asking about Sutton being forward facing. She's so obnoxious, like it's just a question, bruh. Yeah, exactly. People get blocked for no reason. Even if I get blocked or people who follow me get blocked, okay, whatever. Even though it's dumb. That's the thing is, I'm against Karen and I didn't block her. I think Karen promotes negativity and lies and uses her kids, and I didn't block her. Shit, I'd be willing to have her on my YouTube channel, but she ain't gonna do it. Can't imagine defending Karen knowing she can block me at any second, even though I supported them for years. Exactly. See, that's the thing is, Karen actually blocked my wife. She actually blocked my wife, and my wife supported Karen for over 3 years. It don't matter how loyal you are. It does not matter how loyal or how long you have watched them. If you even just question one thing, even just about a forward-facing fucking car seat, that's it. You're now a jealous hater. Making mine providing entertainment for me, so I don't have to get into drama. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, at least that was a little bit entertaining. Made my runtime go up for sure. It's cool, I like it when people come in and do that shit. I'll block them though. Like I said, see now that person can't blame me for. Oh wait, what did you say? Wife say to her to block her? She said something. Babe, what did you? She just woke up too. Babe, what did you say to Karen that we got you blocked? But come here, just come talk in the mic. I'll let her talk in the mic because I ain't gonna repeat it.
Sorry, I have a sleepy voice. I called Karen out because of what she was doing to that one chick who said her miscarriages were fake or something like that. And she was sending her little minions to go after that chick to harass her basically off of YouTube. And I called Karen out for it. I wasn't rude or anything. I still have it. I think I could probably have like I don't know where it is, but I'm not gonna go search for it. But Apoc could probably read it off on another video or something like that. But I screenshotted it because it wasn't anything rude. I was just I can't remember what I said, but yeah, it was something stupid.
Out of here, you loser. Yeah, so there you go. That's what she did. Jealous hater merch. Oh yeah, someday. Maybe. That was I already talked to my sister about that. She has some stuff to be able to create that. I actually have the first. I mentioned this I think in my last stream that I have a shirt that says your favorite jealous hater APOC. So maybe we'll get some jealous hater shirts out there eventually. We'll get that in the works and we'll see. Yes, let's see the receipts. All right, I do plan on making a video. I did post in my community tab a while ago about like how did like Karen block you, do it for a video, some shit like that. And so, anyways, I'm gonna make a video about that of ridiculous reasons why Karen blocked people, and I'll probably base that same thing in there. Anonymous came in using a different name to make it look like KKandbabyJ have more than one supporter. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's two people. It's two accounts, but one person.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many accounts do you have, Suja? Are
Well,
you
she'll make
you
another
giving
one. She
you,
didn't
you
figure it
giving
out.
KK 30,000 views out of their 80?